How you doing, Randall?
Good afternoon. I'm doing well. How are
Yeah,
you?
good. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for your
Um,
time.
no problem. Can you hear us and see us?
Yes, I can. Can you see me and hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you and see you perfectly fine. Thank you. Today we're interviewing for our analyst inland operations team in our Bellevue, Michigan office. How this is going to work, Randall? I'm going to introduce you to the team member that's going to be interviewing you alongside with me, and then afterwards I'll give you a chance to briefly give us an introduction, and then we'll get started with some questions. Is that okay?
Sounds good.
Okay, perfect. Let me first introduce you to the other team member that will be sitting in the interview with me today. His name is Peter Hahn. Okay, he is our senior manager of our inland logistic team out in Bellevue, Michigan. Okay, he's head of team. Right now, I'm going to give you a chance. Actually, I have another gentleman that might join us. He's our executive coordinator named Sean Kang. Okay, he's based out in our Duluth, Georgia office. So he might be. He's our executive coordinator of freight forwarding group, but I think he might be busy. But if he does hop on board, that's who he is. Okay. So right now it's just Peter and I. Right now, I want to give you a chance, Randall, to briefly introduce yourself to us before we get started with some questions. Okay.
Sounds good. So
All right.
I'll start off. Full scholarship college athlete. Played at Ball State University as well as Howard University. Majored in accounting and history at Ball State, and then graduated from Howard University with a political science degree, minor in business management. Went to Wayne State for electrical engineering 3 years after graduating from Howard, where I briefly served in the National Guard. That gave me the opportunity to become a chemical process engineer technician years later with U.S. Ecology. And then that opened the door to my corporate experience. My first 2 years of corporate experience, pretty much contract support accounting and logistics combined. And then the last 4 years, supply chain logistics and international trade.
hmm Okay, good. Thanks for that brief introduction, Randall. Right now, I'm going to start off with some questions, then I'll hand it over to Peter. He's going to have some questions for you as well. Okay.
Okay.
So my first question to you, Randall, is if your manager gave you unclear instructions on a new assignment or new project, how would you handle that?
Definitely research it within the company's database system, whether
hmm
looking through their procedure systems. It could be anywhere from I dealt with Plex system, I dealt with Sage, I dealt with Oracle, etc. And I would try to look through the kind of company references to try to figure out how to solve that issue.
hmm Okay, good. So you try to figure out yourself and try to attempt to work on that new assignment project.
That is correct.
Okay, perfect. And my next question to you is, how do you keep yourself organized, or how do you organize your work when you're juggling like multiple assignments, tasks, all at the same time?
Yes. So I always try to get the majority of what's going to be the heavy workload started initially and then kind of trickle
hmm
down, have a trickle down effect with it. So organizing that, I would say being a general chemical corporation supply chain manager, I knew that we had a 3 hour time span from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. to get production reports out, to get all invoices, et cetera, from the emails set up. And then for my production team, only had 2 hours to get everything organized, filled up, pallets sorted, et cetera. And then I also would kind of last step would be setting up carriers. So any paperwork that needs to be provided or produced through the DGIS system, international freight documentation, USMCA documentation, SLI shipment paperwork, invoices, etc. Try to get all that done within the first hour and a half, 2 hours, which is a heavy workload, as well as with the production report, what could be shipped out with the chemical products and different increments of weather and what can't. And then the last step would be more so carriers. So that would be the kind of like, heavy load workload first, and then, trickle down effect to what's least important at the end.
So it's kind of prioritize what you need to do for that day.
Yes.
Mm, got it. Okay. And my last questions for you, Randall, is have you ever received positive feedback from a manager currently or in the past? If yes, describe the situation to us.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I would definitely say my year-long experience at Livingston International. I was hired in as a customer release analyst with probably 30 other candidates that only lasted probably a month and a half. Within that month and a half period, I would say starting in 2 months and then carried on months, I had a 93 to 96% audit rate of custom clearance of various materials. So I would get positive feedback from team members. Great job. What my statistics are with auditing, et cetera, as well as Ascent Global Logistics as an air charter coordinator at that position in Willow Run Airport in Ypsilanti, Michigan. That position, you have to be hired in. Take 6 months to be able to do 6 charters a day. Within 2 months, I was able to do pretty much 12 to 15 charters a day. And when it came out their metric system, even though they didn't know how much people were doing, et cetera, I did better than 93% of the actual all three shifts. And I was awarded financially as well, extra $800 on my check monthly, besides my salary for that. So that was also compensation as well as recognition from team members and managers.
Okay, good. Good to hear. Glad to hear that you got properly compensated for that.
Yeah.
Great job done. Okay. Right now, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm done with my questions, Randall. I'm gonna hand it over to Peter. He's gonna have a few questions for you as well. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. Go ahead, Peter.
Yes, I'm read this your resume, and almost every year you jump to the another company. Do you have any reason about it?
Yes. So I would definitely say when I was with U.S. Ecology, that was my first corporate experience after being a chemical process engineering technician, and I got like a pretty much a $3 bump from my actual pay as a chemical process engineering technician to $18 an hour. I helped with a corporate merger at their largest two accounts at that time period, Columbia Pipeline Group and Nine Source Trans Canada, and I was getting paid $18 an hour. My first job was on the way, and that position, when I researched it, actually was up to I think $25 to $26 an hour. I asked for a $2 raise; they didn't give it to me. That's when I took the opportunity somewhere else. When I went to PVS Chemicals, kind of ordeal where they were restructuring as well, going through a new system. It was not a lot of stability for myself. I didn't think of that time period there, and that's when I took the role at Livingston International as a customer release analyst. They paid for my certification. I was there for a year, but that was also a low paying position. But over time, dealing with Tesla shipments, et cetera, boosted my pay. When they had opportunity for promotion, for a management position, they gave it to someone that was in seniority, even though I had that 95 to or 93 to 96 audit rate consistently for about a 6 month period. They gave it to a seniority a person that was there for about 3 or 4 years. And they also said that since they paid for my certification for a custom clearance specialist through the NCB FAA, there's like, wait a little longer and then maybe, you may be able to be compensated and also get an opportunity to promotion. So that's when I took the higher paying role at Willow Run Airport. Willow Run Airport with salary, great opportunity. They were restructuring, bringing people back into the office. Many people were working through COVID, for a few years as well, remotely at that position. In that time period, they were restructuring, kind of a lot of people bringing in, a lot of people moving out. And I didn't see a lot of balance there. And that's when I became the manager, higher paid role as a manager at General Chemical Corporation, and did very well there, set up his procedures within probably 2 to 3 weeks. But it wasn't until probably 5 months on the job, had an interview, not an interview, a meeting with his partner corporation, HA International. The owner of the company inherited the company from his father. His father died. So I was made unaware until that time period with HA International that the company was under multiple lawsuits as well as EPA regulations for 3 years. And I didn't want that to stay with me for a long period of time. So I took a lower paying job when I went to Renaissance Global Logistics, doing all these shipments for General Motors battery cells from Altium, where they didn't have we were the holding facility. And that position, I wanted to stay. I wanted to work there and stay. I stayed. I was working as a temp. As a temp, and also through that position, I was sponsored by General Motors, so they were paying me to be there. So as a temp, I was a temp for a year, even though it's supposed to be a 3-month period. And then some battery cells came up missing, 2,700 battery cells. They found out a certain manager from a dock was actually taking money from drivers, et cetera, et cetera. That person got prosecuted, but they were also clearing the house to keep their contract with General Motors, and I was let go from that position. Hired into my recent role as a material planning analyst with Thai Summit at 60K. And that was a contract where I was hiring a salary, and it was a pilot program, though. So with that pilot program, they were still building the machinery at their third location in Harper Woods, and they were also still running pilot programs, practice runs with the material, et cetera, shipping and receiving all combined into one. And Stellantis decided, I think it was May 12th of this year, that they were pushing the program out for 2 years. With that being said, they didn't have a reason to keep a lot of people on board, and I was let go. So I've been on unemployment since May 16th.
I see. Okay. Okay. Got you. And yes, we are doing is logistics for my customer mainly. My customer have two plant in Detroit and also Toledo, and our main job to track this all the low material shipment until that shipment delivered to the customer site, and also we managing this finished good to Stellantis as well. So, but that's purely logistics is the main job for that positions.
And I would definitely say my recent role, I dealt with material requirements planning for pre-production, ordering material, purchase orders, et cetera, from various vendors, as well as production planning, PRP, for our requirements for what we're going to put into production daily for the pilot program with Thai Summit. Also help with shipping and receiving, all documentation and inventory control with racks, plates, etc. for Stellantis material, as well as I would say the other object. Putting out fires with the e-portal, e-supplier system with Stellantis. Whenever shipments didn't arrive on time, even though we were in a pilot program, we still had trial runs going to Stellantis plant or Trigo or Nordson. So I put out fires where you had to solve issues with various team members with Stellantis when those products didn't go through, and our company could get actually dinged for that.
Thank you. Thank you for this. Do you have any question about this position and or the Globis?
Yes. So when you were saying analyst logistics, is it kind of similar to everything I just kind of described with my recent role, or is it? Because I know you said that it's going to Quebec, certain products, pre or finished products to the scientists, et cetera. Is it kind of similar to all of that, or is there other aspects to the role?
Actually, so we're doing is the logistics. So yeah, so your recent job is pretty much is similar positions, and also so we have this electric battery company also. So we do this battery cell movement as well. That's kind of relate with you or your experience.
Okay, that's all the question I've had.
Mhm. Anything else?
What's your process of second rounds or choosing second rounds after as you go through the other interviews as well? The lead time or amount of days until you guys make a decision on a second round after your other candidates, if possible.
I think I can answer that, Peter. Right now, we're going through the first round of interviews, Randall. If the team does decide to move you to the second round, if needed, we'll definitely let you know as soon as possible. Okay, second round can be with the gentleman that is scheduled to attend this interview, but unfortunately he's not able to make it. So most likely, if you do a second round, then you'll meet with one of the executive coordinators of our freight forwarding group for the second round of interviews. And hopefully we can get that done as soon as possible.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. That's all the questions
Mhm.
I had.
Okay, no problem. Now, quick reminder. Now, this is a second shift position. I know we discussed this the first time we called. It is a full time Monday through Friday from 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. Are you're okay with that shift right now, right?
That is correct.
Okay, got it. Okay, and where are you currently living at right now, Randall?
Detroit. I'm probably
Mm-hmm.
uh, 20 minutes, 25 minutes from Belleville.
From Belleville. Okay, not a problem with the commute, right?
That is correct. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay. All right. Just want to confirm that with Peter. Hey, Peter, did you have any other questions for Randall?
No, I'm okay.
You okay for now?
Mm.
Okay. Hey, Randall, did you have any final questions or thoughts for either Peter and I?
No, no. I appreciate you guys' time today.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so right now, if we don't have any more questions, again, we're just finalizing our interviews this week. So as soon as the team does make a decision, I'll definitely reach out to you, Randall, give you that decision. But for now, if there's anything that you forgot to ask Peter, any HR related questions, you can always reach out to me as well. I'll be glad to answer those questions or forward those questions over to Peter. But for now, I just want to appreciate you joining us for the interview today. Hopefully, I can reach out to you soon with a decision. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate your time. Thank you again.
Okay. All right, Randall. You have a great day.
You
Thank you,
too.
Peter.
Thank you.
Okay. You have a
Bye.
great day. Bye bye.
Bye.